with a population of 14 million, the mega city of Tokyo. Home to far more ramen shops than any other area in the country. Sample local originals, where the best ramen from every region competes for a share of the market. For part one of our look at Tokyo ramen, we start with two classic dishes. (1910). This shop is where Tokyo ramen began. A recreation of that original bowl of ramen, based on period sauces. Its light shoyu, soy sauce broth was a massive hit. With the start of the war in the Pacific, ramen soon disappeared from the city. By war's end, Tokyo was reduced to ashes. But ramen returned to feed its hungry people at black markets that sprung up around train stations. Many such markets were located along the Chuo Line railway. The line runs west from Tokyo Station. We'll travel by rail, sampling the local ramen that got its start along this route through the city. Kichijoji, 30 minutes by train from Tokyo Station. Just off the station front shopping arcade, we find a ramen shop that's been in business for nearly 90 years. A bowl that harks back to the early days of Tokyo tonkotsu ramen. Soup stock made with pork bones and vegetables, with pork back fat also added. The cloudy brown tonkotsu soup is blended with a soy-based sauce. The wavy noodles are made in-house. Shop founder Namba Fumio. After World War II, he opened a shop in front of the Chuo Line's Asagaya station. Things went well for the first 10 years, but he was forced to close shop as a wave of post-war redevelopment swept the area. He shifted his business to a food cart. His son, Koichi, is the second-generation owner. He says the soup was different back then. Why the change?
仕込んでて、これで火弱くするの忘れちゃったんだよ。あっと思って見たらもう真っ白になってた。捨てるのもったいねえだろう。で商売しようっつって。結構お客さんが3人に1人ぐらいはこれ美味しいねって。
His father, Fumio, had been working to expand the business. He started renting out ramen carts, peaking at over 70, operating all across Tokyo. As evening fell, a sound echoed through the Tokyo streets. The Chalamera flute, announcing ramen carts open for business.
新人が入ると麺の揚げ方を教えます。チャラメラの吹き方を教えます。タララララタララララって。
This is a photo of their rental cart ramen sellers from the 1960s. One of them is Ushikubo Hideaki, who began pulling a cart at the age of 20. Now 85, he still runs a ramen shop.
私屋台始めた時はラーメンっていうのは一つのごちそうだったもん。厳しさはありますけど楽しさありますよ。20歳で経営者ですから。
The noodles he makes are on the thick side. Plenty of back fat floats in the cloudy soup.
仲間からはあっさり作れあっさり作れみたいなことの言われるんだけど、俺たちはこんなあっさりしたラーメンだったらうどん食った方がいいよみたいな。
The first location Ushikubo chose wasn't far from Tokyo Station, where a major broadcaster and several publishers operated.
マスコミ関係の人は入れ替わり立ち替わりお昼なんですよ。ずっと忙しい。
This rare footage shows Ushikubo's original ramen cart. The men in hats are all taxi drivers.
タクシーの運転手さんが付け待ちするわけですね。一つのこうステーションの代わりしてたんですね。
The Tokyo original ramen that developed on these carts gradually spread throughout the city. Sendagaya, known as the home of Japan National Stadium. It's here where Ushikubo opened his shop. A four-story building devoted to ramen. The first 3 floors are for customers, with noodle making done on the 4th. Since moving to this location, they are open 24 hours a day. The ground floor is for stand-up dining. To this day, many late-night regulars are taxi drivers.
40年以上ですよ。だから変わんないんですよ。無敵の味ですよ。よく来ます。ね。夜専門17年やってるから、この時間にお腹空くわけ。
The drivers who spend most of their time sitting are why Ushikubo offers stand-up dining.
座って落ち着いて食べるって逆にできない。やっぱ仕事の途中なんで、そこで気が抜けちゃうような感じ。
Out of the ruins of post-war Japan, born along the Chuo Line, a Tokyo original, still thriving. Our next stop along the Chuo Line is Nakano, only 20 minutes by express train from Tokyo Station. This area is known as a pop culture hotspot. There are also some 80 ramen shops here, all serving the local original. This is where it all started. Nakano's homegrown ramen, tsukemen style, with the noodles and soup served separately. Current owner Sakaguchi Mitsuo. His father, Masayasu, the founder, trained at another shop along the Chuo Line after the war. That shop was opened by a former soba chef. Masayasu struck out on his own in 1951. His ramen was served in a soy sauce, dried bonito, and mackerel dashi base, also used to make a dipping sauce for soba called tsukejiru. He started the business with his second cousin, Yamagishi Kazuo, the true father of tsukemen ramen.
山岸がそのまかないを食べてたところを、常連のお客さんが見てたわけですよね。
At the time, Yamagishi and his co-workers shared a unique staff meal they'd eaten since their apprenticeship days. They'd take any stray noodles left boiling in the pot and chill them in water. soy sauce, chilies, vinegar, and sugar they had on hand. All added to the ramen soup. The leftover noodles were dipped in this sauce and eaten. That's right, it's a style that mimics the customary way the Japanese eat soba. One of the regulars saw it and asked,
うまいのって聞いて、じゃあちょっと食べてみようかなって言ってお客さんがそれを食べてみて、これいいんじゃないのって言うんで、それでメニューになった。
Yamagishi refined the simple staff meal. The original tsukemen was offered for the first time in 1955.
でうちの親父なんかはそれ反対だったんです最初。丼一つでできる中華そばはなんでそんな甘いめんどくさいことやるんだってメニューを続けたっていうのはやっぱり大したものだと思いますよね。
One person remembers that original tsukemen, a regular. He's been eating here since he was 11.
初めて食べた時どうでした？
斬新。
After the noodles were finished, Yamagishi offered an additional service.
スープお願いしますって言うと、こう尺であそこのずんどんとか。
Soup stock to dilute the rich leftover dipping sauce. This too comes from soba, where remaining sauce is diluted with the water used to boil the noodles.
これで飲むようになるとね、スープのエッセンスがね、もっと見えるようになる。美味しい。
In 1961, Yamagishi went into business for himself. Even in the snow, people lined up outside for his tsukemen ramen. The shop attracted more than just customers.
優しい親父ですから、昨日今日来た弟子に入れてくださいみたいな人もその弟子にしたりでレシピを電話で教えたり、困ってる人がいたら素泊まりさせるとか。なんでこんなことするんだっていうぐらいのね。
In 2015, sadly, Yamagishi passed away at the age of 80. Over his lifetime, he taught more than 100 apprentices. His original shop, now in a new location, is run by one of them.
はいどうぞいらっしゃいませ。どうぞ。はい中華にゃん。
お手盛りそばの見盛りでございます。お待たせしました。
Yamagishi's original tsukemen. At 320 grams of noodles, a regular size order is more than enough for most. Ino Toshihiko, keeper of the flame.
僕なんかもそのね、量を多くいただいてお腹いっぱいになったってマスターの心意気かなと思いますね。量は変えることはできないと思います。
Yamagishi knew all his regulars' preferences.
メモ帳で全部こう書いとくんですね。あの人はメンマがちょっと多く入れるとか、お客さんにも伝わるし、マスターもそれをやりたいっていうので、このお互いの幸せというか、僕なんかもそれでやっぱり癒されるというか。
Always kind to customers, Yamagishi was strict with his apprentices.
ある程度スープを仕込んどいて、その後はマスターが11時前にチェックをして、最終的にはマスターいろんなものを入れて、そこでスタートをするっていうのが通例ですね。そのチェックがすごく緊張感があり、ちょっと別人になりますね。
His character earned him a formidable nickname.
皆さんにがマスターの優しさが伝わって神様って言われたんじゃないかなとは思いますけども。
Two bowls of ramen born in post-war Tokyo, sustaining its people as they rebuilt their city. Both are still beloved to this day. But this tale of Tokyo ramen is just getting started.